My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. Here are my test results so you can all see that I'm not bullshitting you. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can become so charismatic in 2025 that it actually feels illegal. I'm gonna go over 9 different steps that will help you increase your charisma. Let's go! The most important thing before I talk about any social skills, about any social tactics whatsoever, is your mindset. You will not die when you will be talking to new people. You will not die when you will scream at public. You will not die when you will ask that pretty girl or that pretty boy out for their Instagram. Because your mind plays games with you. Your mind is telling you, that thing is scary, we cannot do that. But if you look at it logically, why cannot you approach that person? Why cannot you tell them a nice compliment? Why cannot you do that? Imagine if you were on the street and suddenly some random person were to come up to you and would give you a compliment about your nice haircut or about your nice new clothing. You would probably be extremely surprised and you would be thinking in your mind, whoa, this person just came up to me and gave me a honest compliment like that. Whoa, I truly like that person. I remember when I was younger, I was really scared talking to girls. I remember once I was at the gym and there was this nice, beautiful girl and I had all of my bros around me. And instead of me just approaching this girl, I stood there and I basically froze and I couldn't move even a single muscle and I could not approach that pretty girl. I was basically in analysis paralysis at that moment. I was overthinking, what if she's gonna say that? So many disgusting, absolutely irrelevant thoughts were happening in my mind at that time. And I believe that a lot of people who are watching this video can relate to that. So that's why I'm sharing this, so you can all understand that I, even myself as someone who have been learning charisma for 3 years straight, I even started it like you. So it's absolutely okay. We all have those scary thoughts sometimes. But what really helped me is that people don't give a shit when you talk to them. It's really not that scary when you think about talking to new people. Yes, 100%. It might be scary at the moment, but if you get into the flow and you will say, dude, you have such a nice haircut, and the other person will say, yo, dude, you have such a nice shirt, bro, very nice color, I like it. And suddenly you're in this flow state and you are suddenly deep in the conversation. But instead of me saying all this stupid shit, what was truly my solution to solving my social anxiety when I was talking to the opposite sex, or maybe doing some extroverted shit that some people might find ridiculous? I'll put a clip on the screen right now of me screaming at the holidays winter market. So, look at all of these people right here. I'm about to scream happy holidays in my own language so all of these people will understand it. And I'm gonna show you that social anxiety is not real. Look at this. Push through the fear. And my only solution to this is that you have to realize that this is not temporary. I've seen this one guy online and he always said that, oh dude, listen, talking to girls, when you once go and you go the 10th time and 20th time, it will be so scary. But in fact, he's lying. If you go for your 10th time to approach a girl in public, guess what will happen? You will desensitize your problem. Suddenly, your problem was this big, like you cannot even see it properly, this big. But when you have approached 10 girls, the problem is now from this to all the way down here. And you will desensitize the problem. Your body will realize that, oh, we have not died when we have talked to that pretty girl. So the only thing that you have to learn when you have social anxiety is to push through the fear. I know it feels fucking scary at that moment, but very importantly, once you have pushed through the fear, suddenly when you come out of the conversation, suddenly it's like everything is like, oh, sunshine and rainbows. You get such a big dopamine spike that you will be so proud of yourself that you have overcome that fear and you have not died. And that's the most important thing. What can you lose? You will only lose when you will not try. So that's fixing your mindset. Now let's go to conversations. I've been talking about conversation threading. I know there might be some new people watching this video, so I want to also elaborate on that. So let's go. I have been on a beach with my fiance, and now we need to learn conversation threading. Conversation threading is basically a life hack how to have unlimited conversations that last up to 8 hours sometimes. And yes, people say that you should change the line, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because people don't need to be taught, people need to be reminded. I sometimes need to understand in my own brain that I'm talking way too fast. So I better slow down sometimes so you all will understand. I'm like giving them. What do you think are the most important words in this one sentence? You can pause the video and you can figure that out. In my opinion, the words are the word beach, the words are the word fiance, and then the last is the word fun. I have been on a beach with my fiance, it was super fun. And now, how can we move the conversation into the direction that we want the conversation to go to? There are two rules in this specific scenario. Actually, only one. You have to truly care about what you are asking the other person about. So if you are, for example, a beach lover and you have some weird fetish for beaches, then you might ask the person, was the beach rocky or sandy? Where's the beach located? Was it in Miami or California? And then second, it might be the word fiancé. If you are talking to this person, you will be interested how long they have been in a relationship with. I know that girls are really into love, so girls might usually ask this. How long have you been in a relationship for? How have you met? How did he propose to you? So many options there. And lastly, and this is what I would personally ask for, is the word fun. Because I like fun. I would ask for the word fun. What was the most fun thing you have done on that beach? What was the most fun thing you have done with your fiance? What was the most exciting and the most fulfilling and fun moment that happened on that vacation? I am assuming that this is a vacation because beach. And this is how you have unlimited conversations. And let me show you some things that might happen. I have been on a beach with my fiance. The beach was rocky. And then you can also follow up with the second question and you will come back to this question. You'll get an answer here and you can go back to the other question. For example, now it might be, and was the beach located in California or Miami, whatever it might be. I think the word beach is kind of dead because you will just get the one word answers like it was rocky, it was located in California. You can then go from California, and if you know something about California, you can ask, were you in this city, were you in that city, and you can ask so many things about California or about Miami if you know things from that city. So you can always know that two rules. Again, you can either go back to the word and ask about that word even though when you have already gotten the answer. And second of all, you might ditch the word altogether and you might go to the different direction. For example, was the beach rocky or sandy? They will say it was rocky. Do you want to talk about rocks? I would not like to talk about rocks because it's boring, to be honest. So I would come back to the word beach and I would ask them, and was it in Miami or California? And they will say, oh, it was in California. Oh, and now we are talking. What were you doing in California? Were some great cities you were in, blah blah, so many things. And it might also be the true with fiance. How long have you been together? 3 years. That's a really vague answer. You cannot get much out of that. So you might come back to the fiance and now you might ask, and how did he propose to you? And that is a emotional, moving thing that people would like to share with you. And then they might talk super hard and they might talk for like 3 minutes straight. And then he done this and then I did this and then this. I have asked her for this dinner, blah, 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 blah. So many things. And they will start talking for like 3 minutes. And you in that 3-minute talk need to catch something that would push the conversation further. You have to be listening. I'll get to listening later on. And then the final thing might be the word fun. Fun is the most important thing because it can skyrocket and it can make the other person talk for so long. Because I believe that this line is basically pointing towards the word fun. Because if someone were to say this line, this sentence to you, they want you to ask them about what was so fun about the trip, because they are literally hinting to you, it has been so fun, bro, it has been so fun, ask me what was so fun about it. They literally want you to know what was so fun about it. And then you will ask, what was the most exciting moment there? And they will start talking again, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the sentence, you will just listen when they will do this goofy spiral right here. And then at the end of the sentence, they will usually end with something that you can again bounce off of, and again ask them a conversation about that, and they will bounce back, and again you will bounce back, because you will thread the words. But I have one more thing for conversations, and that thing is honest compliments. Give people honest compliments, because they will love you for that. Like I said at the beginning of this video, imagine if someone came up to you and they will say, dude, you have an amazing haircut, you have a beautiful dress on, you have a beautiful shirt, it fits very nice on you. How would you feel? You would feel absolutely instantly much more confident, because already someone has given you a compliment on what you are wearing. And we all know that feeling when we come out of the barber shop and we have this beautiful, amazing haircut and we feel like we own the entire world. We feel like we are so extremely confident. And when someone gives a compliment to you, you best believe you will feel the exact same way. And I'll give you the most important 2 tips how to make your compliment sink in. First tip is that you have to ask for their hobbies. Yes, at first impressions, it might be much more harder. At first impressions, you genuinely have to honestly give them a compliment on what you honestly like about them. And it's usually about something external. It's probably about their haircut, it's about their clothes, whatever it might be. But if you want to go a step beyond that, you will go into something internal. In this case, it should be something about their goals and about their hobbies. If you gain these 2 things as the information for that person, you will know what they are grinding towards. And if you know that, you then can compliment them on their hard work. If, for example, you have a gym rat friend and they are going to the gym every single day, they are grinding their biceps, they want their biceps to be big, ask them, are you going to the gym? If they say yes, great. Now, what muscle are you prioritizing the most? And if they will answer to you with probably shoulders, and if you see them probably next month and their shoulders are absolutely massive, give them a compliment on those shoulders, because that would sink in with them and they will know that, holy shit, the hard work has paid off, and this person honestly believes that I have big shoulders because I have grinded towards big shoulders. And I'm gonna give you a hard quote. Hard quote warning ahead. People don't really care about being complimented for their appearance. Things that they were born with. For example, their green eyes, maybe their hair structure, maybe their facial structure. People don't really give a shit because they have probably heard that millions and millions of times in their life. Yes, it is still a really nice compliment, and I believe when people say that compliment, they mean it honestly. But what if you had this goal you were grinding towards, this goal that you wanted to achieve so hard, and someone gave you a compliment on that one? You would feel so fulfilled. I can guarantee you that. People don't really care when they are complimented on their appearance, about their natural appearance. But they really care when they are complimented honestly on the hard work they have done. Next one, I would also like to talk about smiling, because if you are not smiling in your life and you have no facial expressions whatsoever, imagine if I was making the whole video like this, because I now look AI generated. Because I have no facial expressions whatsoever, and you can feel that something is wrong with me when I have no facial expressions whatsoever. So train your facial expressions, and this is usually a good advice for men, because we men usually are walking like this. And we think we are cool when we have this resting bitch face, but in fact, we look AI generated. And people will think that, why the fuck that guy looks like a robot, like what the fuck is wrong with him? But if you smile, oh, then people can feel the difference, because you are now seen as an actual human being. Wow! I cannot believe people are going around these days like this. It's really funny, but you will not get anyone on your side. Yes, we men were told our whole lives that we need to be stoic and we need to be not in touch with our emotions. Yeah, that's the right word. And when we are not in touch with our emotions, yes, we don't want to cry, yes, we don't want to do emotional decisions that will destroy our workspace or our relationships, of course, but we cannot destroy our feelings to such a degree that we lose all of our facial expressions. Because when we lose them, that's the time when we lose charisma. And that's the time when we lose all potentially very good relationships. Because a lot of men think they are cool when they are not smiling, and yeah, nothing else to it. They just think they are cool. But in fact, you look like robots, guys. So implement something inside of your emotions. Implement some great facial expressions. And most importantly, play with your body like I am right now. When I'm showing things with my hands, when I'm generating awesome, ginormous things with my hands. You need to learn how to be more emotional. Not in this bad way, don't get me wrong. Not in this bad way where it will mess up your entire life, you'll get so emotional and suddenly your entire life is in ruins. No, but when you are talking to people, be more animated. People love that. People love when someone is more animated because they will know that you are not some random person who is just walking like this. I have seen ritual men walk these days like this. And it gets me so many times because it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how can people walk like this and think, I'm the most charismatic person alive. Dude, you are not, bro. Who are you deceiving? So smile. And I'm gonna tell you a nerd study about smiling because I've studied this shit. If someone smiles at you, your brain releases endorphins, which is a hormone that makes you feel connected and it makes you feel like that you belong inside the group. It makes you feel like you are being appreciated by the other person. Endorphins are overpowered. And yeah, probably at the beginning, if you are not feeling happy, your smile might be trash. I remember at the beginning of my videos, I had a really fake smile, and my smile was extremely fake. But now, I have become a much more happier person, and it shows on your character when you are truly happy. Because finally, I don't have to make extremely edited videos and deceive you into watching my personality if you don't truly like my personality. If you were to just stay in this video and watch this video because I have something inside my mind that I can teach you, that's the type of person I want to serve and that's the type of person I want to help. Quit social media, quit alcohol, quit porn, blah blah blah. So many things that you have heard before. But if you push these things away like gone out of the picture, suddenly you will be a much happier person because you would know that you can trust yourself. And trusting and self-respecting yourself is the most brilliant and the best trait you can ever have because you will literally remove social anxiety and you will feel so much fulfilled with yourself because you have pushed all of those habits, all of those disgusting habits away. And now, because you have pushed them away, you now have increased self-respect and you feel like you are closer to your potential. It will make you smile on your jokes and they will make you feel like that you are truly someone who deserves to be happy because you have pushed all these things away. And it's also about dopaminergic system and things like that. But most importantly, you will have so much self-respect for yourself. And it's not only about pushing away bad habits, it's also about introducing the good ones inside your life. It might be going to the gym, it might be fitness, it might be reading, meditating, journaling, feeling more productive, it might be millions different habits. Just don't add so many of them that you would feel overwhelmed. This is my only advice to you when adding new habits into your life. The next one I would like to talk about is body language. People overthink body language a lot of times. The only important thing about body language that you need to know is that you have to stay open. You have to open and spread your arms and be open. Tell me, is this body language more appealing than this one? I don't believe so. This one is more closed off. You cannot really use your hands and you cannot really mimic those things that I have talked to you about. You cannot create these visual, nice things with your hands because you are closed off. And it's basically about opening up everything. It's about opening up your entire body. It's about putting your shoulder blades together. It's about sending your shoulders backwards. And it's about popping your chest out even more. It's about putting your head slightly higher. And it's about your feet facing towards the other person. There is nothing else you need to body language. And then create your hand movements. That's all I'm doing when I am talking to new people. I'm open, I'm locking eye contact with them, I have my head slightly higher, not all the way up here because I remember I was walking like this when I was younger. Just imagine younger me walking like this. Hey bro, nice to meet you bro, nice to meet you. Old good times. You don't need to overthink and watch millions of body language videos online. The only thing that you need to do is to keep your chest out. There is nothing else to this. And I'm gonna warn you, if you have a hunchback posture, something like this, then yeah, of course, it's gonna hurt from the beginning. But surely but slowly, give it time, you will have an amazing body posture. For example, like me. Oh, I'm gonna put a fucking image on the screen. Oh my god, now I have thought about this guy. This guy is always at my gym. What would you think when you would see this guy? You'd think like, he's some nerd computer garbage, he's probably stinks, his mom left him, his father left him. You'd think all of these things about him because he looks like this. So if you just fix your body language, people's perception about you will click immediately because they will know, ooh, okay. He does not have the body language of all of these guys who are just like this. Now I would like to talk about listening. Your listening needs to improve because a lot of people don't know how to listen properly and it makes me sick these days. I have this one friend at the gym. And I have a lot of friends in my gym. And this one guy, whenever I talk with him, he's super funny, he's so good, I love the guy. But when he does this, when I'm talking to him, it feels like he is not paying attention. Maybe he might be listening with his ears, but I don't feel like he's giving attention to what I'm about to say. Because imagine if you were just taking your feelings and your soul and you were to start to talk to this guy, and this guy just keeps doing this. Disgusting, horrible eye contact. How can we fix our eye contact when we are listening to people? The most important thing is to quit social media right now. Because if you quit social media and most especially hyper stimulating content when there are explosions scrolling on TikTok, when you will quit this shit, I can guarantee you your eye contact would improve 20 to even 30 times because you will finally realize how powerful is the power of stillness. You are like the cliff that is just standing there and the waves are just bumping at the cliff, but the cliff will never fall off because the cliff is just that strong. That's the power of stillness in your eye contact. Because imagine if I was recording this video and I was like, guys, listen, today is the new social skills, guys. You'd feel like I don't have any clue what I'm talking about because I keep doing this stupid shit. I would lose so much authority because I will not be able to hold eye contact with you properly. That is one way how to fix it, our eye contact. But the second thing is what I would implement when you are listening to someone, and that is non-existent sounds and nodding. So imagine if you were telling me something very interesting. If I am a good listener, every 2 or 3 seconds, I will do this. That just reinforces that the person will keep talking forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You will get such insane things when you are a good listener out of people. It's mind-boggling. It's crazy. I just recently just used this on one of my friends, and this guy, guess what he told me? And by the way, Martin, did you know that guy right there, he points at some guy in the bus, and I knew that guy, and you know him, Martin? And I said, yeah, I know him. You know that guy sells nicotine pouches to teenagers? And I was like, bro, what? I didn't know that. Just by listening, and he was like, yeah, damn, bro. By just doing this when someone is listening, first of all, it is such a low, non-existent word that, first of all, it does not interrupt them, and second of all, it makes them feel that you truly care about their message. So the next time you will catch someone talking to you, some big story, for example, or they are sharing their feelings with you, just do every 3 seconds. Nod and say But you have to also change your listening mindset, because if you don't change it and you will keep saying but you don't truly care what the other person is saying, there is a big problem. Pull up some screws there and think, I should really care about this person. I should really care about their story, because every single person in this world has something that I don't know, and learn from them. And that is gonna make you a much better listener if I would tell you, do these top 5 things. If you just change your mindset and start listening to people, you'll naturally do subconsciously. Now I also want to talk about confidence, but I will go really quickly because I don't want to waste time. I've been talking about this analogy multiple times, but how do you exactly increase your confidence when you are talking to new people or you are doing something very extroverted and you don't want to do it? You feel like, oh my god, what people are gonna think about me. This is how you will increase your confidence. Imagine this is a boxer right here, and this boxer is doing one fight per week. Not one fight per week, but one training session. And then there is this other boxer. And this boxer is much more locked in, like the Gen Z like to say these days. And this guy trains 3 times per week. If you just knew this information about both of these boxers, who would you bet your money on? About the guy who trains 3 times per week or the guy who trains once per week? Every single one of us would bet our money on this guy right here. And then imagine if we add another information. This guy has been learning only punches, how to punch and how to attack the other person. And let's say this is kickboxing, so all the mixed martial arts nerds would leave me alone. We told this guy to train punches once per week. That's it. But this guy who trains 3 times per week, we will tell him, Monday you are learning kicks, and at Tuesdays you are learning defense, lastly at Sundays you are learning attack. And again, if we know this information, what are we betting our money on? On this guy 100%, no question, because we know that he has a better skill set than this guy who only knows how to throw punches. But if this guy also knows defense and he knows how to dodge his punches are completely ineffective because he'll get smoked by this guy. This is only about quality and quantity. This guy has a better quantity of trainings and he also has better quality of what he can do in the fight. How can we make this come into reality in our social lives? If we approach one stranger, just one stranger every day for 1 week, we are desensitizing our fear of going out and talking to random strangers. And then imagine if we just put our quantity to 2 people per week. Whoa, now we have 14 strangers per week. So you can see that if you just approach 1 stranger per week, or maybe just 2, you will double your input. But what if we also add to 1 or let's say 2 strangers per week? If we also add to 2 strangers per week, also learning compliments, and then also learning, let's say, smiling, and then also learning body language. If we learn all of these things and we implement them here, that's like this guy is now learning kicks, defense, and attacks. We are learning our body language, we are learning our communication, and we are learning our smiling. And probably we can all agree on that if you approach 2 strangers per week and you keep adding, or not even adding, just practicing these few habits for 1 or 2 months, suddenly you'll be much more charismatic because you have the quantity right here and you have the quality right here. And at the end, this is confidence. This is C for confidence, because you are working smart, which is the quantity. What the fuck? I misspoke. Which is the quality, and working hard, at this case, is the quantity. This is quality, aka working smart, and this is quantity, working hard. There has been always this debate, is working smart or working hard better? It's always working smart. It's never been one or the other. It's always been them marrying each other and working together. And I have a little surprise for you. I have made a few community of people who are just like you. People who want to improve their charisma and their social skills. You will also gain access to me as your charisma and communication skills teacher. We also have weekly calls where you can join and talk to people who are just like you, and also me on the call. You'll get access to 30 hours of courses and lectures made by me about first impressions, speaking, communication skills, charisma, body language, first impressions, speaking, listening, storytelling, leadership, persuasion, everything that you can think of about charisma. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description. I will see you there. Live a happy life.